This is my 2019 BMW M2 competition, which I bought for a reasonable price at an online auction. I thought it was reasonable until I saw the car in person, and it had tons of hidden damage. When the car was on the trailer, I saw tons of oil on the trailer. I need a new dash, driver airbag. If you look under there, it's got quite a lot of damage under there, and I'm hoping that it didn't break the sump. It's an S55 engine, and these engines are an absolute arm and a leg. So much so, I thought I wasted 15 grand. Oh yeah, and the car had no keys, so I don't even know if the engine's any good. Never backing down from a challenge, I got stuck in. I got some of my mates to come over and give me a hand. I stripped down the front end of the car, I removed the engine ECU and some other components, and I gave a local locksmith a call. Later on that day, I was about to find out if I actually wasted all of this money, and with 2 new keys, it was time to test the engine. Here we go. Now my excitement was short-lived because we found another problem. Alright you guys, so I stuck it in reverse just to check and the engine just cut off, so there's something about the gears that it's not happy with. So now I was stuck with my dream M2 competition that looked amazing, tons of damage, but it would not go into gear. That was until I found this guy. This is Dennis from Lux Automotive, who are in-car security specialists. He was able to identify that the car had a ghost immobilizer, locate it, reprogram it, and fit a new code. And the car started to drive, and I was super gassed. Happy day. Now that I had a new set of keys, I knew the engine was good, I knew the car was driving, I got stuck in with repairing all the damage. First up, I pulled the chassis legs, I made sure that they were all straight, all level, everything came together really nicely. And then I reached out to my long-term channel sponsors, LLL Parts. Don't forget to check them out. They sent out a ton of parts for the car, but I ran into yet more issues. Once I removed the damaged subframe, I found a gaping hole in the oil sump. And once again, the build was on the rocks until I found these guys. I took the oil sump down to them and they were able to do a smart repair, and with all of that finally done, I was finally able to rebuild the front end on my M2, fit all new rads, tons of new parts, and actually have the car running and driving for the first ever time. Check this out. With the car mechanically sound, it was finally time to get the car into bodywork. In the previous episodes, I chopped out the rear quarter, replaced the door, and that brings you all up to this episode. Also, if you remember, I had some issues with the DVLA. Turns out the car is HPI clear, I've got my logbook, and that means that if I play my cards right, I can make over £10,000 worth of profit. In this video, it's finally time to finish the M2 competition. That was a mouthful, right? There's a lot that I've done with this car, and there's still tons more work that's gonna happen in this episode. And if you watch it towards the end, stay tuned to see where I'm taking this car once it's completed. And speaking of completed, there's a lot of other work that I've done off camera, so check out everything that I've done to get this car up to this standard before taking this car drifting, skirting, racing. Stay tuned. I did quite a lot of work on the seams of that new rear quarter panel. I sanded all the welds, tidied them up, and this is weld through primer that you can see, which protects against rust. And you can see all the joints are seamless. On the interior, the car has been fitted with a new airbag kit. All airbags have been replaced and the system has been reset. I picked up a new mirror cap, a new wing, front bumper, front M2 competition grille, and as you can see, everything has been sprayed. And then I completed this little mod, changing the day running lights from a bright white to this bright yellow. But now it's time to get back to work. So first up is bodywork, and I am tired of looking at this car and seeing it looking like a mess. So got one of my guys to come in. He does not want to be on camera, and we're just blitzing through all the bodywork, lots of sanding, lots of prep, and lots of repetition. If you remember, the bonnet had some minor damage here. We did a quick repair on that, and we're gonna get all of this in primer. Before primer and paint, I'm making sure that I seam seal all the joints where the different body panels join each other. This is to prevent water ingress. We went around the entire car, and any little dents or minor scuffs that we found, we went ahead, blocked it down, and now it's finally time to get the car into primer. After letting the primer dry, we went ahead and applied a guide coat. This is to assist with this process, the water sanding process. After all of that is done, then we're gonna get the car into paint. A few days later, I got a phone call that the paint booth was going to be available on this day, so I went ahead and I removed the front bumper, rear bumper, and I need to strip them all down, removing all the panels, all the grills, making sure that it's ready to hit the booth. Alright you guys, take a look at the car now. We've done tons of work, we've got it prepped for paint. Have a look at that rear quarter. We've blocked it, sanded it, water sanded it. Trust me, this thing hopefully is gonna come out looking amazing. And to do that, the car, the bonnets, and both the bumpers that I removed, I stripped them all down, and everything is going next door to the paint booth. And that leaves me with a dilemma. When the car's gone, I've got nothing left to do, but we gotta keep it moving. Speaking of keeping it moving, by the time this car is done, it's gonna be moving on a track. And if I wanna track this car, I think that I need to do some upgrades to the steering wheel. If you're OG on the channel, you know where I'm heading. Check this. That's right, I'm down in Watford to see this guy, Valentino. He runs a company called VPEX Trims, and he's gonna do something really special with my M2 competition steering wheel. Here's a quick preview of what he gets up to at VPEX Trims. Alright you guys, so I'm never one to stay still, so I've come down to see this guy here, and to give you a little clue as to what we're going to be doing, Valentino's got those bad boys in the back. So Valentino, the plan for this is you're going to be removing this batter. It's not even that bad, but you're going to be removing the stock leather.
Yeah.
And you're going to be, what are we doing? Alcantara.
You want leather on the sides. You were just talking to me as you were pulling in.
Yeah, perforated leather on the sides, a little bit more hardware. Just because you can't keep
your hands clean. But so we'll go perforated leather sides.
Yep.
You would like it a little bit thickened.
Yes, I like
Not
it thickened.
Something I like, but
I love
obviously
it.
you love it.
So guys, he's actually got one over there, and I want your opinion. I'll show you it in a second. But yeah, what are we doing? So thicken,
so we'll thicken it up
leather.
a little bit. Perforated leather on the sides. We'll do Alcantara bottom and top.
Yep.
And we're going to have a CS stripe in a similar colour blue to what your car is.
Oh, tell us about the CS stripe.
So yeah, the main thing was these stripes, which they are still popular. Yep. So I still get a lot of these orders as well. But a new thing that I've noticed that's been quite popular is the CS stripes.
Yep.
So the beauty is you can pretty much have any colour behind there.
Yeah, that looks really good. This is thickened. The reason why we're talking about this one is that's thickened, and I love it. Yeah. I'm a big guy, and yeah, that's exactly what I want. I want it thickened to this kind of width. That feels really good in the hand. And yeah, when I'm tracking this car, it's gonna give me something to grip onto.
Nice.
Hold all those ponies down. Guys, you've seen it. I'm gonna get started. Well, I'm not gonna get started. You're gonna get started.
It's my job.
Can you do I'm gonna show you some tricks. Oh, mate, that's why I've come 2-hour driving to come see you, because I cannot do it. As you know, Valentino does everything in-house. He stitches, hand stitch, handcrafted, genuine Napa leather. Am I saying that right? Yeah. Napa leather. And all your stuff always stays up. So guys, yeah, VPEX Trims, if you need anything done, go check them out. I'll put all the details on the screen or down below. I just wanted to show you something. So he's brought this one, right? What's got me in awe are these. These are
cool.
Oh, they're
magnetic paddles.
Magnetic paddles. They feel so much different than mine, and I want some. That feels rubbish compared to these. So much better. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think of magnetic paddle shifters. Is it worth the upgrade? Let me know in the comments. So first up, Valentino needs to strip down my existing steering wheel and remove the existing leather. And there's no nice way to do it, so out comes his blade, and he literally needs to cut it off of the wheel. Once removed, Valentino can go ahead and clean everything up before commencing the retrim process, and it's quite interesting, so check this out. You've cleaned it all up and it looks really good.
So the surface is all prepped now, so now it is a little layer of foam, just because these wheels are designed to have a bit of foam on it. You can't, if you don't have it, you will have huge gaps by where the buttons are.
Yeah. So with the new foam fitted, Valentino went ahead and cut his templates off camera, and that's because he's got his trade secrets and he doesn't want to share them. We were having a little chat off camera and we decided to go with something a little bit different for this wheel. Valentino recommended something and I agreed. Stay tuned to see the changes from the original plan. Have a look at this panther blue stitching, which is going to be an exact match for the existing stitching in the car. This is going to look so nice. Finally, this is the hand sewn part. This is where you need the skill to bring everything together on the custom steering wheel. So guys, after a few hours, this is what we're left with. As you can see, I changed the design of the steering wheel and we went all Alcantara to match the M spec on these cars. Valentino recommended it, I agreed. This thing looks absolutely sick, it looks mint and it feels really good in the hand. Let me know down below if I made the right choice. This is the before and here's the after. It's been thickened, it's got that panther blue stitching with a blue CS strip, and this thing is ready to hit the tracks. Alright guys, so after a few hours, this is what we're left with. Valentino, what have we done here? It looks amazing, I'm happy.
So we went with my idea, which is obviously better.
He knows best.
Yeah, I've got better ideas.
Yeah.
So M2, as we said, it's a performance car.
Yeah, track on, I'm going to be tracking it, performance. Yeah.
We decided just to go with a full clean look, full Alcantara.
I haven't stopped smiling. It's actually really nice.
No, it's good. And yeah, we've gone for blue stripe to match the colour of the car.
Yep.
And we've gone for the polar blue stitching that you've got, which matches the interior of your car.
Yeah, the rest of the car is exactly the same, black with the polar blue, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the CS strip as well. Perfect.
So yeah, it will look in place.
Thank you.
Look in place.
I appreciate it.
No worries.
Guys, if you want to get any of this work done, don't forget, I know I've been preaching this for years now, it feels like we've been working together. But Valentino,
has been years.
We were going through it off camera. You've done my 135i, 2 M140s, the R8
trims.
Remember the secret build that I done for Akil? You forgot that one as well? Akil's
I have forgotten about
E55
that.
AMG.
Yeah.
It's been a lot. So
it's been a lot,
and there's more to come.
There is more to come.
So don't forget Valentino at VPEX Trims.
Just to clarify, you don't have to drop your wheel off. I have got exchange wheels, so I can retrim a wheel, swap it over.
Spot on.
That way you don't have to wait here 8 hours.
2 boxes today, isn't it? Yeah.
You don't have to wait here 8 hours like Dee did, but it's cooler for the camera, isn't it?
Exactly. But anyway, guys, yesterday I left the video where the M2 was getting sprayed. We've got this done. I've got a text. Let's head back, check out the M2. It's looking good. We're gonna get this installed and we're gonna start to reassemble the car. Alright guys, so we're just back and we're making great progress on the BMW M2. But before we continue with that, as you can see, this is Ollie's truck. Ollie's been having a tough time with road rage incidences, people putting paint on your
Vandalising my car.
all sorts. And thanks to today's sponsors, 70 My, we're going to be doing something to prevent poor Ollie here from getting into these little sticky situations. Ollie, tell him.
So I've had a couple of incidences recently. Basically, I had someone kind of get a little bit angry on the road. I tried to avoid the situation and kind of shift myself away from them, but I couldn't get far enough away. They drove into the back of me, and unfortunately, the insurance have decided to side with the other driver.
If someone runs into the back of you, is always they're at fault.
This is what I've always been told too, but
you couldn't prove.
I couldn't prove otherwise.
Yes.
So due to the fact that I couldn't prove otherwise, they've just gone with, unfortunately, siding with the third party. So my premiums are going up, my insurance is getting more expensive, and there's just more headache.
Yes. So guys, we don't need headache for Ollie. If Ollie's got a headache, he can't be helping me here at the garage. So have a look at this kit that I picked up for him. So guys, all of this stuff comes in the box from 70 My. Once you open it up, you've got the front facing camera, rear facing camera. You can wire it in via the USB, or you can hardwire it in, and that's what we're going for today. It's also got this 4G hub. This is gonna allow online capabilities. It's such a lovely piece of kit. So guys, now that you've seen the kit, I'm gonna go ahead, install it on the car, and I'm gonna show you what this camera is all about. Three wires, route your cable in, and now Ollie's protected against those deviants on the roads.
Those deviants on the roads. Stay away from them, boys.
If you want to stay away from the deviants, check out 70 My. Ollie,
Thank you.
you're all set. All right?
That's what we need.
Right, let's continue. We got tons of work to do on that car. The car's been sprayed, and I've just got a call. The rest of the panels are on the way right now. So we're gonna be reassembling as much of this car as possible. Hopefully we can get it out, but I'm not sure what we're gonna do today. All I know is gonna be fun. All I know I'm excited, and I hope you are too. Let's go ahead, show you the car, reassemble everything. If you can hear the truck outside, that's the rest of the panels. Let go. We've offloaded all the rest of the parts. Just have a look at that finish. Like, it's a proper finish. I'm very happy with that. We went ahead and stuck the bonnet straight onto the car for safe keepings. Once again, this is the fuel cap, but no orange peel, just a complete glass finish. Gassed. Let go. So this is the fun part of any build, the reassembly process. However, it's a little bit worrying when you've got freshly painted parts. I've got brand new grills for the front bumper, I'm replacing the old grills on the rear bumper, and everything should come together easily, right? Let's see. With both bumpers fitted, as you can see, the under trays are all missing. That's because I removed them all when I took delivery of the car. If you remember, the engine under tray was damaged, so I picked up a replacement, and now it's finally time to buckle everything down. Alrighty guys, take a look at this thing. The paintwork is on point. I've gone ahead and I've reassembled all the panels, all the splash guards. I've left this bit here loose, so we need to do the final lining up. But just ignore the gaps. This M2 competition is looking so saucy. Oh, I've got to fit these bad boys, which are the side skirts, but I'll do that once it's off the ramp. What I'm gonna do now is take the car down, clean it all up, start to clean up the interior. I went ahead and fitted that handcrafted all Alcantara steering wheel, and to make sure that it doesn't get any dust or anything, I've left this wrap on it from Valentino. And off camera, I got the guys from CS Retrofits to go ahead and activate CarPlay. It was really weird on this car, guys. Like, it's got Wi-Fi, it came with Wi-Fi from the factory, there was the option for Wi-Fi, and there was an option for screen mirroring, but there was no option for CarPlay, which is a bit weird. But yeah, the guys were able to do it remotely. I didn't have time to take the car down to Southampton, didn't want to wait. If you are anywhere in the country and you want to activate CarPlay or any other form of coding, etc., as long as you've got the hardware in-house, you can contact CS Retrofits and they can remotely code or flash your car. So don't forget, CS Retrofits. Guys, just take a look at this thing. It's genuinely one of my favorite cars. However, the interior is still quite in a bad way. The windows are missing, it's a complete mess. But with the powers of editing and a little bit of hard work, this is what it looks like now. And I got a specialist to come in and refit those windows. With everything cleaned up, you can see the stitching on the steering wheel is a perfect match for the stitching that's existing in the car. We've got full screen CarPlay with touch, and the carbon that's existing in the car is textured. It's such a lovely spec'd out car, and I've added to the interior with this custom steering wheel. And thanks to the guys from OHC Motors, have a look at these carbon fiber magnetic flappy paddles with the shifting lights. Crazy. This thing is ready to hit the roads. Speaking of which, there's only one more thing left to do. So the car looks stunning, the paintwork came out immaculate, it's HPI clear with 19,000 miles on the clock, and it feels brand new. The magnetic flappy paddles feels absolutely amazing, and the lights are a nice touch. So when I bought this car, everyone thought that I was crazy. This was by far one of the most difficult builds that I've undertaken, and we did come across quite a lot of hurdles, but I was able to keep it moving despite at times wanting to give up. But now I've got a stunning 2019 BMW M2 Competition, which is one of my dream cars. It looks amazing, it drives amazing, and it turns out it's HPI clear, which means that the value just goes all the way up. And that's the beauty of the salvage game. Nothing is promised, you never know what you're gonna get, but when you get it right, you can really, really do something special. And this is that special moment here on the channel. Let me know what you think of this car in the comments down below. So guys, this is the end of another crazy build, or is it? I've got tons of mods yet to do on this car, but the car is finally driving, it's back together. Let me know what you think of this video, let me know what you think of the build as a whole, and do you think I can make £10,000 profit? The total spend on this car is just shy of 20 grand. I've seen them going for 36, and 2019, 19,000 on the clock with the spec. This is actually top spec for this particular car. I'm excited, but let me know what you think in the comments down below. But for now, I'm off to enjoy this car. I love driving it, and hopefully you'll be seeing it soon because I've got big plans. Stay tuned, subscribe, leave your comments, and I'll see you in the next one.